Welcome to the first edition of KIRBC Presents Books in 140 Seconds. I'm Knoch.
And I'm Erin Balser.
And today we are talking about Prep by Curtis Sittenfeld, published in 2005 by Random House. This is a very popular novel about young Lee Fiora, who from South Bend, Indiana, who decides that she wants to go to the prestigious alt school in Boston. She wins a scholarship there, but not being one of the wealthy elites who would normally attend the school kind of positions her as an outsider. And she spends most of her 4 years not like one of those beautiful pamphlet people, but on the outside looking in. Reactions?
I felt it was a really accurate portrayal of the average girl's high school experience. Like, not a lot happens to Lee. There's nothing any life-affirming or life-changing that occurs in this book. It's a series of really small events. But she's such a fascinating character because she's not very likable, but at the same time, she's completely relatable. I felt like I was reading a portrait of my own high school experience. It's interesting because so much of her and what happens to her in high school is a product of her environment, as she believes, and that she's at this wealthy school with lots of kids with more money and better looking, and they're smarter and all these great things. And so she thinks she's an outsider simply because of that. But a lot of it is, too, of the own choices she makes and how she positions herself within the school that affects her.
And this kind of character that we have these really strong ambivalent feelings about also really applies to her romantic lead, who's Cross Sugarman, who's the school hunk, and he is at times like completely callous and oblivious and arrogant and awful, and other times so sensitive and so wonderful. And it's hard to remember that, that you have these moments where you're like, oh, right, this is just a teenage boy.
Yeah.
And it's a really important relationship because this is actually the one thing that sort of has the potential to bring Lee out of her shell and bring her into the community, which I'll admit I was a little disappointed about, that she needed a boy to do that for her.
Yeah, but didn't we all in high school? Like, that's what's so frustrating but great about this book, is that it doesn't romanticize the high school experience. It doesn't try to lift Lee up as to be some heroine, or push Cross Shug, as they call him in the book, down as this villain who takes her virginity and exploits her. It's about the complex relationships between two teenagers trying to figure out who they are, which is why this book's so great.